Heater fired up. Hey guys, welcome back to Foxes Abroad. And it's on a cold Saturday morning. We're out in the garage. Heater's going. I knocked it down to one burner just to keep the noise down, but yeah, I don't want to bring up the temperature too fast, because if I do, everything gets a layer of condensation all over it. So I'm just taking my time. I'm gonna be out here for a while, definitely a few hours, and we're gonna introduce you to our latest project. So this is a 2.3 turbocharged engine out of an 88 Thunderbird Turbo Coupe. So it is a guy that I've known for quite a while, and he's been struggling on this project. He brought the car over from the States, and he doesn't have a garage anymore. So there's the biggest damper on progress you could possibly have in the United Kingdom of getting a project car done. So he's been paying storage on this car, working on it on occasion when the weather's good, when he's not busy, and it's just, the project is really dragging. Excuse me. So I volunteered to help. Got out of my way. I don't know why I do this, but I guess I'm just bored more than anything. But I can't stand to see a friend struggling when he should be enjoying the car. I mean, it's a Thunderbird, still a Fox body, so we're gonna help him out, get this thing going. He's been working on this engine combo for a lot of years now, and I don't like projects where there's long periods of time between steps. That's when things can get forgotten about, omitted, and that can lead to some catastrophic results. So I told him before I just do anything, I am going to take this engine completely down, take the head off, take the oil pan back off, get it all flipped over, inspect the mains, inspect the block, make sure everything's torqued properly before I even start putting it back together, because it's happened in the past and it can go bad really quickly if something gets forgotten about inside. So while we're in there, we're just gonna make it nice. You know, we're gonna paint the block, we're gonna match the head to the block. I mean, the head has a lot of money and porting gone into it. It's got a roller cam in it, so he's got an adapter plate here, so you can fit a V8 Fox body bell housing, and he has a V8 T5 because they're a little bit better gear ratio, a little bit stronger than a 4-cylinder one. So we're gonna work with this, because when he had the transmission bolted up, it was very difficult to get it seated to the block, and I don't know if there's an issue with the pilot bearing, if there's just tolerances with the pins, but that's another thing that I'm going to investigate and check out before it all goes back together. Yeah, you can see it was done by a shop. It's got the bimetallic plug, so if it's overheated, this little middle part will pop out, and that'll tell the shop that it's been overheated and there's no warranty on it anymore. So yeah, I gotta get this thing all apart. Let me go through some of the boxes of stuff with you. So he gave me a bit of everything, which is, I'd rather have too much than not enough. But this is a whole set turbocharger. I'm hoping that the scroll hat is in one of these boxes somewhere. But he's got a stainless steel tubular header, which is some pretty nice stuff here. So blow-off valve, I do not know who makes it. It's probably Chinese. It's probably good enough for the 4-cylinder, but that could be an issue. So all the 2.3 turbo stuff here, a gutted upper intake manifold, and ported lower intake manifold. So we'll just see how good the port match is later on this thing, because he already had this stuff kind of installed, but left it open to the elements, and who knows if any creepy crawly he's got down in here. So we're gonna take a look at that. Let me turn on the light here. So yeah, I don't like it when they paint into the ports. So we'll clean this up. What else we got? We got, it's like a wideband gauge that's never been out of the box. It's in there. What we got here? Oh, fuel injectors. Well, they look brand new. I got this connector on it. I'll have to look up and see what these are. If these are exactly what these are. Not, I'll have to look that up later. What else is in here? Oh, fuel pressure regulator, brand new. Looks like the wiring for, yep, there's the wideband O2 sensor. It's like a phenolic intake spacer. What is this made out of? And that's weird stuff. It almost feels like it's ceramic in a way. Later. That housing. Looks like the flanges for the blow-off valve, for the wastegate, the gas cap for the car, instructions for the wideband, PCV valve. Looks like all the caps for the injectors are here. I'll have to put those in the box. Alright, over here we have his computer is from Stinger, a PIMP-X. So right now what he's doing is he's figuring out what standalone wiring harness he's going to need, because once we get the wiring harness and we get hooked up to the computer all together, we're going to get this thing bolted up to the run stand. So I'm going to have to fabricate some mounts to do that, and I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do it yet, but I'm going to actually look online and see if I can get like Pinto motor mounts or something to see if we can mount this pretty much right directly to it without a lot of fabrication. So I'll have to check out Rock Auto later and see if that's possible. So we got, looks like some exhaust stuff here. It's 3-inch stainless downpipe. It's going to go to the back here. We got to figure out how the exhaust, it's on the other side, is going to have to be mounted. Let's see here. Flex coupling. Looks like the stuff for this computer. USB cables. What's in here? Distributor. Hardware. Gaskets, fuel line, to make that work. This is the clutch. They had a spec clutch on it as well. What's in here? I think this is a starter. Yeah, that's the mini starter. I'll have to get hooked up. Part of the timing cover. It's brand new. And I think that's part of a coilover shock setup with Maximum Motorsports, I think. That over there. Hardware, gaskets, old stuff from the old turbo setup. What the heck is that? Shift handle. Hardware. Yeah. What am I in for? I don't know. Yeah, this will be something to do. That's all I'll say about it right now. So, but yeah, it just needs a little bit of love. This thing's been sitting out to the elements for a while. Get some of this, a lot of the stuff cleaned up. A new alternator. We've got part of my pulley installation tool stuck here in the pump. So, yeah. But yeah, a little boring intro to a new project. But yeah, any 2.3 turbo enthusiasts, you probably get a kick out of it. So I'll bring you along, see what I find during teardown, and as we're building this thing back up, we'll see how it goes. Alright, this is why we pull stuff apart. All this, turn on the light here, might be a little super shiny, but all this debris, one of the water jackets, rust, all the stuff down in the cylinders. Yeah, you pay some good money. These are some nice pistons. So, yeah, I gotta clean all this up. I don't think the head was really cleaned very well. So I'm gonna blow this out, but over here at the head, yeah, looks like a little friend got in there. So this is what happens when cars sit. So I mean, looks like big valves, fair looking valve job, but looks like you got iridium plugs. Yeah, this is all the stuff we're gonna have to just double check. But I don't think this is anything other than like a Ranger roller cam. But yeah, it's really thick, gloopy oil all over everything. So we're just gonna clean all this up, and before it all goes back together, we keep going and see where we get. Alright, just flipped the engine over, and I think I found out why the transmission was so hard to push up into the, it's made up. So if you can see the pilot bushing, it has been just destroyed. So it is cracked. So I'll get a close up here with my the iPhone. But yeah, he dodged a bullet here. It's like a brass bushing. But the V8 T5 is a lot bigger input shaft diameter than the 4-cylinder one, so it looks like it bound up. And I'm gonna have to double check the transmission itself to make sure he didn't hurt that by smashing it on here. So I know we're gonna have to address this and keep pushing on. But glad it came out, if nothing else, just to find that. Alright, with the oil pan off, it's not terrible in here. You can tell there's a new oil pump. It's just a little grungy from sitting. You saw me like wipe off some crud there. There's some crud down in the pan. Well, so I'm just sitting for a year or two, just like that. So it's kind of good. We're in here, we're cleaning it up so things don't get just sucked straight through the oil pump when the time comes. I'm gonna do a diligence. I'm gonna crack the caps and check the bearings, making sure everything looks good and everything's torqued correctly before it all goes back together. But this is where I'm gonna leave you now, for real. So yeah, I'm gonna get with my buddy, tell him what I found so far, and we'll just soldier on. So I'll catch you guys soon.